What are the eeriest internet mysteries that creep you out? The guy on Reddit who got obsessed with the theory of quantum immortality and was trying to find ways to prove it. About 2 years ago he made his last post claiming he couldn't handle it anymore and that he was going to kill himself. People say he made a new account, but it can't be proved it was him. No, he may be dead in this universe, but he is still alive in an alternate universe. You could say that. Yep, some believe he did kill himself but some say he's doing good now. I hope so. It's horrible because if you look at his post history then you can see his spiral down. What's his username? I honestly can't remember but I did read through it not too long ago. If I remember I'll put his username here. I'm fairly new to Reddit and I've seen him referenced in different posts many times. Hopefully he's doing okay. Yeah BBC. It's a video game that seemingly never existed, or was never released, and yet evidence for its existence and release can be found. Link, https://www.youtube.com/watch?vic_walshayob qdiahlg right square bracket open bracket https://www.youtube.com/watch v=hayobstdhlg. Something he doesn't mention that I actually found out by doing some research. Some of the other games on these lists also weren't released, or released under different titles. Yet as he points out this is a list for reselling games, meaning the prices are based on essentially pawning them. So these games must have existed in some form, even if they weren't released in the United States. This reminds me of a thing I read one time about a cartoon series that only seems to exist in the form of merchandise for the show, but no evidence of any such show has ever been found. And I can't seem to find the article one read, but then search terms lost media cartoon is too vague. Maybe you've heard of this? Anyway, they talked about these same characters that appeared on unrelated children's merchandise. Was it evidence of a cancelled show? Or did they just print these same characters on random plastic crap for kids because they weren't licensed by anything? RGDIS. Web driver torso on YouTube. I know it has been confirmed to be Google, but I remember staying up late at night with friends thinking the government was going to break down my door, having found and watched the videos. Curious. What is it? I'd Google it but it sounds gory and I can't handle that. It is not. It's blue and red rectangles with a tone in the background. It's probably called torso because in computer stuff, headless is slang for an automated system that runs without user interaction. No interface, no face, no head, headless torso. For instance, I could unplug my monitor from my desktop and just use it to run my chat server and a website and only SSH in for maintenance, and it would be a headless server. Recently, that doorbell footage of a girl screaming for help from a passing car, I really wish I hadn't watched that. I have never heard anything like that in my life. I wish I hadn't heard that when it made FB rounds yesterday. You can think an actress in a horror movie is doing a good scream, and then you hear a real fucking scream like that video. I really hope it's solved. Cicada 3301. I actually heard of this one because Cicada 3301 was written on a bathroom stall that I was taking a shit in and I looked it up. Bet that was a hell of a day. Cicada 3301 is a nickname given to an organization that on 3 occasions has posted a set of puzzles. https://en.m.wikipedia.org wiki puzzle. To recruit codebreakers from the public. https://en.m.wikipedia.org wiki Cicada 3301 site note. DT1. The first internet puzzle started on the 4th of January, 2012 on 4chan, https://en.m.wikipedia.org wiki/4chan, and ran for approximately 1 month. A second round began 1 year later on the 4th of January, 2013, and a third round following the confirmation of a fresh clue posted on Twitter, https://en.m.wikipedia.org wiki Twitter, on the 4th of January, 2014, https nmwikipedia.org wiki Cicada 3301 site note 2, https://en.m.wikipedia.org wiki Cicada 3301 site note 3, The stated intent was to recruit intelligent individuals by presenting a series of puzzles which were to be solved. No new puzzles were published on the 4th of January, 2015. However, a new clue was posted on Twitter on the 5th of January, 2016. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note 4 https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note 5 in April 2017 a verified PGP https nmwikipedia.org Wiki Pretty Good Privacy signed message was found. Beware false paths. Always verify PGP signature from 7A35090F. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Threat Stack Website 6. That message explicitly denies the validity of any unsigned puzzle. As recently as April 2017, the puzzles focused heavily on data security. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Data Security Cryptography. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cryptography Steganography. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Steganography Internet Anonymity and Surveillance. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note DT1. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note 27. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Mint Alpha 8. https nmwikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Washington Times Ernst 9. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Telegraph 2-10. It has been called the most elaborate and mysterious puzzle of the internet age. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Metro 11, and is listed as one of the top 5 eeriest, unsolved mysteries of the internet. https://nmwikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note 12, and much speculation exists as to its function. Many have speculated that the puzzles are a recruitment tool for the NSA. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki National Security Agency, CIA. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Central Intelligence Agency, MI6. https://nmwikipedia.org Wiki MI6. Masonic Conspiracy. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Masonic Conspiracy. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note 13, or a cyber mercenary group. https://nmwikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note DT1. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Mint Alpha 8. Others have claimed Cicada 3301 is an alternate reality game. https://nmwikipedia.org Wiki Alternate Reality Game. No company or individual has taken credit for it or attempted to monetize it, however. https://en.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Cicada 3301 Site Note Metro 11. LOL, a Masonic conspiracy. I was a Mason for a time, and the idea that they would, or could, create an incredibly sophisticated internet cryptography puzzle is absurd. Masons, generally speaking, are a bunch of elderly men with virtually no computer skills to speak of. It's a good day if they can manage to send an email to the right address. They're probably just a recruitment team for the DOD or something. That guy on Reddit who spammed Ubisoft Go Steam work bye or something like that. He even linked pictures and uploaded a picture himself of him writing it. This wasn't an ordinary spammer. He commented 4,000 plus times I think. Not sure the amount, but it certainly wasn't something a normal person would do. Edit. Never mind, it's not a mystery anymore. https://www.reddit.com/r//b4cqk7/hindustore_IM_UTM_UTM_source=share. Actually, he was just mentally ill and liked to talk to himself because of his depression. All the accounts in the mystery were just him. A 4chan mystery about a site, which eventually got shut down by the FBI. It was password locked, and even some of 4chan's apparently best hackers failed to crack it. Nobody knows to this day what was in that website. You seem to be suggesting that it's difficult to password protect something so that a hacker can't get past it. It's not. Hunter 2. Why did you type some stars? That sounds like Mortis. I watched a video on it last week, and the most logical theory going around is that it was an early movie pirating streaming service in the late 90s that the creator used to open up an orthodontics business. Epstein's real cause of death. You talking about Mortis, right? Could have sworn that was just a piracy thing. Not even edgy piracy. How about the fact that nobody can conclusively identify Satoshi, the creator of this massive sector that has billions of dollars flowing through it? Oh yeah, just some guy made this breakthrough technology that everyone deems valuable. Kinda crazy. Edit. Typo. It's an encouraging example that privacy can still work even if quite a few people want to know your identity. I'm not sure if it would hold up if the government tried to find him, but probably the best thing he did was burning the identity and never doing anything else. And here I am posting on Reddit about the same topics every day, giving away entropy for nothing. The NSA has identified Satoshi Nakamoto by stylometry of his writing, but they are not telling who he is. They have tools to make a text fingerprint out of someone's writing style and were able to identify other writings on internet written in the same style, and bang. They know who Satoshi is. I guess it was Hal Finney. Burger King foot lettuce. But as it turns out, that may be what you eat. The last thing you want in your lettuce is someone else's foot. Google Translate Gate. I've tried it. Once I typed in yeehaw a bunch of times and I got do you want to do it, but I kept typing it, and at the second time, I got yeah and what are your plans for the future by the third time. It sure was weird and interesting. Oh, that's ringing some bells. What was that again? People thought it was watching the user or a ghost or something? It's about Google Translate's strange responses. You can watch this video if you wanna know more. https://youtube/sherlocker1azszk. There are a bunch of different things. Basically, if you type in something on Google Translate in English, translate it to another language, then switch the languages so it translates back, it may sometimes give something else that is suspiciously related to the original phrase and seems like a lot more than just a coincidence. For example, if you type in will, name, die, translate to Ukrainian and back, it gives you, name, will die. It doesn't work for some names, and it gives weirder responses for others. Also with Ukrainian, if you type in as Google Translate Ukrainian going to die, it will give you Google Translate English is about to die, which is rather unsettling. That doesn't sound very mysterious to me. Slavic languages are much looser with their word order than English. The same Ukrainian phrase can probably translate as both X will die and will X die. Disclaimer, I don't speak Ukrainian, but I do speak other Slavic languages and this applies to them, so a machine translator can easily mix them up. The translation of Ukrainian to English is probably due to Google Translate using machine learning rather than a predefined set of rules, and English in English is often used in the same context as Ukrainian is used in Ukrainian. That one about the Whistler, where a dude moved across the country but kept on being followed by this person who kept whistling the same tune. That shit's fake AF. The guy in the canoe, with the red clothing, is light years away, yet we can hear the whistling as if he was right next to OP. Also, ARP's shitty voice acting wasn't winning him any Oscars soon. I was kinda referring to the folklore behind it, the Whistler or El Silbón in Venezuelan folklore. I'm pretty into that stuff, so it was an interesting read. I could have swore I made that all up because I couldn't find it, but that was one of the first things I saw on Reddit. Sorry I'm on mobile RN, but here's the post, not my POST. I've been waiting a long time to tell Reddit the full story of the Whistler. This story requires many details, but it is unexplainable, creepy, and 100% true. I also have video evidence. When I was about 8 years old, I was taking my dog for a walk through the neighborhood with my mom. It was maybe 11 p.m. We live next to a swamp woods area on the edge of our neighborhood in Lansing, Michigan. I remember it being very silent and slightly windy. From down in the swamp we heard somebody whistling at us. It sounded sort of like a bird, but each whistle was different enough where the lack of consistency made it human-like. The whistle sounded higher, then lower. I can't really describe it. My mom had a concerned, slightly terrified look on her face and grabbed my hand and said that we should go inside quickly. I didn't understand because I was too young, but seeing my mom freak out made me freak out too. After a while, though, I kind of forgot about it. 2 years later, I was taking my dog out again, late at night. There is a large bush that could easily obscure a person behind it just next to the front door. As I was finishing the walk, the whistling noise started again, same pitches, same inconsistent, human-like tones. As soon as I heard it, a chill went down my spine as I remembered exactly the feeling of seeing my mom, terrified, looking down into the swamp at something I couldn't see. Maybe she couldn't either. I ran inside as fast as possible. Years went by and I thought about it less and less. I told only a handful of people, and eventually it slipped from my mind. Fast forward to last summer, I'm 24, started dating my girl Sarah. We moved out to South Dakota for work. For Independence Day, we decided to go to Pierre, SD and watch the fireworks along the bank of the Missouri River. There was a free camping spot behind a hospital where you could pitch your tent, hang out, and see the fireworks up the river. We were near the end of the campground and there were very few people around us. As it was getting dark, the fireworks began. They were pretty far away, so the illumination they brought was very little. Thus, we had to sit right at the edge of the river to be able to see them. A huge thunderhead was moving and a storm was imminent, so the air seemed electric and the wind was picking up. The atmosphere was eerie to say the least. The police boats herded all the other boats off of the river and had left our area to do that elsewhere. Most of the other campers walked up the river to have a better view of the fireworks, but Sarah and I stayed back and were drinking PBR tall boys and kicking it. Suddenly, we heard the sound of a paddle methodically dipping into the water. We saw a figure steering a canoe about 20 meters offshore. Sarah decided to go get more beers from the car, leaving me alone to stare at this mystery person. And then, of course, they whistled at me. My entire body was frozen and covered in goosebumps. It was the exact same whistler from my childhood, more than a decade earlier. I looked at the figure, but it was much too dark to discern who it could be. They were wearing a hat. When they were perpendicular to the shore from me, they stopped paddling, turned the canoe to face directly at me, and whistled right at me. I was so frightened I stood up and shouted at them, "Who are you?" They didn't say anything, just whistled a couple more times, turned the canoe 180 degrees, and paddled out of sight. I'm a videographer, so I already had my camera by my side and was taking video of the fireworks. As the canoe was almost out of sight, I grabbed my camera and got a shot of them whistling as they went away. When Sarah came back from getting beers, she was very confused as to why I was so freaked out. When I explained, she was freaked out a bit too. I was convinced we would both be murdered that night. How did this whistling person follow me, after 14 years, all the way to South Dakota? Was it a coincidence? Why was it the same whistling noise? Who was that person and where did they go? So many questions still unanswered. To this day I'm more afraid of being outside in the dark where I might hear that whistling again. I'm open to any explanations. If there is interest, I will find a plug and edit a little video of the fireworks and the whistling noise and the canoe disappearing. I'm in Uganda currently and the internet is spotty where I am, so I'll do my best. TL. Dr. Whistling person has haunted me since I was a boy. Can't explain. Help. Edit. Video is coming. I promise. Where I'm at in Uganda the power goes out sometimes, so if you don't hear from me either that happened or the whistler finally got me. Edit 2. Okay. Finally, I spent all afternoon uploading this video. Here is the link https://youtube/y90li6a2rzu. When I was still getting shots of the fireworks I heard the whistling starting. I was too afraid at that moment to point the camera directly at the canoe, so I just turned my microphone towards it and kept a low-key shot facing downriver towards the fireworks. If you wear headphones you can hear it better. It's the 2-note whistle, high then low. You can hear me ask my GF, "Are you whistling? Is that you?" She said no, but I wasn't sure, so I told her stop it because I was getting scared. The last shot I boosted the brightness as much as I could and still make out the person in the canoe. It looks like they are wearing a red sweater or something. Edit. It's been a while and I apologize for that. I'm back in the US now and I asked my mom about it. I sat her down and played the video for her. She honestly doesn't remember anything like that happening. I wish I had something more exciting to say. Alas, it must remain a mystery. Reddit. Not too creepy, but I kept hearing about Reddit and their involvement in trying to help identify the Boston Marathon bombers. It went horribly wrong and just goes to show how a group of people can latch onto the wrong information and then everyone runs with it and you suddenly ruin innocent people's lives. Reminds me of when Tumblr shared a missing person report around and they actually found her. Turns out she was never missing. It was in hiding from her abusive ex, who was the man who posted the fake missing person report. She had to hide and start all over again. Something I've heard is that if there's ever a missing person post that says to call an ordinary phone number instead of the police, it's probably someone trying to track their victim down. Also shows how unreliable users here are as detectives. But that hasn't stopped them from persisting. And I'm totally out of the loop again. What happened in short? If I recall correctly, Reddit latched onto a guy from surveillance footage and began trumpeting him as the bomber and harassing people. This eventually forced the police to release their own info on the bombers, including descriptions. The actual bombers saw this and made a break for it, ultimately leading to a shootout with police. Several years ago, there was a bombing at the Boston Marathon. Within the next couple of days, Reddit sleuths had looked at hundreds of pictures posted all over the internet from the marathon, and identified who they thought were the culprits based on things like backpacks seen in multiple pictures, proximity to the blast. Turns out the guys they thought did it were completely innocent, but one of them fled the harassment and was found dead in the Providence River. In my opinion, there's a shit ton of creepy stuff out there. Anything from down the rabbit hole. https://www.youtube.com/playlist?listicles pln9gptnkLH_XB_3Z4QG4EXLFLELEO5D by Frederick Knudsen. https://www.youtube.com/UCBWCXB0POCOSAVADFZWMF0W is something that I think is perfectly creepy, but not wholly scary or frightening. In my opinion though, for creepy and interesting, rather than creepy and scary, I think Cicada 3301. https://youtube/i207blssszpi summarized amazingly in that mini documentary, fits the bill. Also Nexpo and React. How Reddit karma is calculated. Max Headroom incident. Some guy on Twitter got a voicemail from a robot voice in the NATO phonetic alphabet that translated to "They are not human. Save us." SOS or something like that. If anyone has a video they can link, that would be much appreciated. He also proceeded to get text messages in different languages threatening him to take down the post. Edit. Just search this up on YouTube again. Apparently people speculate that it's a black box recording from Malaysia Flight 370. Edit 2. The actual voicemail translated to "Danger SOS, it dire for you to evacuate. Be cautious. They are not human SOS, danger SOS," followed by a series or coordinates that is extremely close to where Flight 370 went to flying. A lot had creeped me out over the years of me being on the internet, since it could be both good or bad, or just flat out weird. The creepiest internet mystery is obviously going to be Daisy's destruction. That one video game which had some kind of cult initiation in it. Kanye Quest. Holy fuck, that gives me chills just typing it. The whole Captain Cucci's keyline pie and Kachera to the ordeal and the entity posting about it. Maybe not entirely an answer to this question, but kinda related to eerie internet mystery. The SCP Secure Contain Protect wiki is under attack by a Russian douche who is trying to make it into a platform for his illegal merchandise. The SCP wiki staff have begun the process to file a lawsuit but needs the budget to do so. For this they started a GoFundMe to raise the money for the lawsuit. If you're interested in mystery and creepy things, consider donating the cause. More info can be found on this post. https www.reddit.com/scp comments dx7ed0 / the SCP wiki is under attack %f0 divided by 9d % 98% bd %f0 divided by 9d % 99% aa %f0 divided by 9d % 99% a9 %f0 divided by 9d % 99% a3 %f0 divided by 9d % 99% a4 %f0 divided by 9d % 99% AC %f0 divided by 9d % 99% AE %f0 divided by 9d % 99% A4 %f0 divided by 9d % 99% AA %f0 divided by 9d % 99 divided by 98 %f0 divided by 9d % 99 divided by 96 %f0 divided by 9d % 99% A3 %f0 divided by 9d % 99 divided by 9d % f0 divided by 9d % 99 divided by 9a f0 divided by 9d % 99% a1 f0 divided by 9d % 99% a5. Stand with SCPRU. The mystery of earning $$ income online. Easy. Millionaire triplets with massive yachts. Erratas. Was looking for this holy shit. Right about as I was writing this comment my phone lagged. Probably a coincidence, but an eerie one for sure. When there is a hanging body on chat roulette. There's a lot of hung people on chat roulette. Definitely Steamworks go bye bye guy. Yeesh. Petscop. That shit has driven me insane. It was so weird and dense and nobody really knew what it all meant. Until last week. That is, the creator has finally been revealed. The early 2010s dark web, with the red rooms, criminals, drugs and all that stuff that used to be on there. Who made that dial tone when you used your telephone line to connect to the internet? That one 4chan. Thread, https://unmnyug0p4dy/ejvrk9ey xdhvz xzp4hl03r8zrrm0a.jpg also webp ampersand sequel 7b199044738f7464ce8a0e6dfbe90aa3b, where some dude left Quake 3 open for 4 years and the AI learned to stop fighting. I don't remember the name of the story so I'll just put it. This guy got a Wii U for Christmas and was super ducking happy about it. He tried to turn it on and it didn't work so he took it apart and there was a brown-black sack. The guy cut open the sack and out crawled a couple dead spiders. They had no skin on them as they were alive in the sack and ate each other to live. Doesn't really make any sense. Sounds made up by whoever initially wrote it. I can't see somebody having something brand new that doesn't work and instead of just returning it for a replacement, they open it up ruining the warranty. Spiders have exoskeletons and if you remove that you would be left with a non-living blob of guts and hem lymph that definitely couldn't move. Spiders also wouldn't be able to eat off just the skin. They can't chew. And instead when they bite their prey they inject venom which contains digestive enzymes so they can basically drink their kill as the proteins break down. Also, what? Searched up Illuminati, clicked on an anonymous webpage and a link. The screen went black and the keyboard and mouse had no control and typed on the screen was a font that you would see someone use in hacker movies and it simply stated probably a joke. I always just thought it was stupid. Haha. Yeah, I think most of us are here for the comments too. What the hell else would you be here for?